Welcome to AI Made Simple with Carmen, the podcast that takes the confusion out of artificial intelligence and shows you how to use it with confidence. I'm your host, Carmen Skipworth, global AI strategist, international speaker, best-selling author of Lead with Intelligence, and Grammy-nominated associate producer. Each episode, I sit down with innovators, experts, founders, and business leaders to find out what's actually working with AI. No hype, no jargon, and no complicated tech talk, just what's real. Whether you're a business leader, entrepreneur, or simply curious about how AI is changing the way we work and live, you're in the right place. You'll walk away with tools you can actually use, strategies you can apply, and a clearer picture of what's working, what's not, and what's next. This is AI Made Simple. Hit subscribe, settle in, and let's get real about AI. Let's dive in. Welcome to my show. Hi, welcome back to AI Made Simple with Carmen. Today, we have Adele Vaz visiting us. She is a transformational leader and author and co-founder of the MIRA Center, where she helps individuals reconnect with their self-worth, strengthen their belief, and step into the next version of who they are meant to become. Supported by AI strategy and implementation, Adele is learning how to use artificial intelligence as a powerful tool for clarity, creativity, and aligned action. From gaining insight in minutes to refining content in her own tone and voice, she's exploring how AI can help elevate both the way we work and the way we grow. Her message is rooted in practical wisdom and personal transformation. Take one right step at a time. Stop tripping over the same rock. And remember that when you choose yourself fully, everything begins to change. I love the way that ends. It's so transformational and so beautiful. Well, welcome to our show, Adele.
Carmen, thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here. How are you?
Doing well. Yeah, now that we have you here as our guest, I'm just so excited about our conversation. So tell us a bit about yourself, what you do, which even though I kind of give an introduction to you, but some highlights that you like our readers to know, our audience.
We created a system to help people just be a little bit more organized so they can really build the life of their dreams, like what they really want. And it's been so much fun to see people step into that because sometimes we're so overwhelmed. We have so much to do on our list. We don't even know where to start. And so the system really helps people just be organized and get really excited of what they have inside of them because it's crazy, but not everyone is doing what they'd love to do. And when you're happy, the world is different. Everything around you is different. And so we did create a system that's just really, really a lot of fun. It's called the Calm and Order Program.
Oh, okay.
That's where we've been putting a lot of focus on. And we also, I'm also an author. So I did write Starter Husband.
I love the title of that, Starter Husband. So do we all need starter husbands?
Starter Husband, I love it. And it's under here, it's under Edelmira Murrieta. So
Okay.
if you notice, my name has changed to Adele Vaz. And why is that? And it's because if you don't love something, change it. Almost anything can be changed.
Oh,
And
okay.
so, and right now we were talking a little bit ago about AI, and AI's here. It's here. And not to take advantage of learning and growing when a new tool comes our way is kind of silly. I always think that we have to own our own time and our own voice. But at the same time, I've been playing with like ChatGPT and, just playing with different tools. And it kind of holds your voice and it makes your life easier and you save time, which is the most valuable thing that we have. So I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah,
I'm really,
no. Now,
so
how does that apply to the calm and order that you were talking about?
the AI.
Yes, sorry.
Well, well, for example, now that everyone is coming into the program, if they have, depending on what their dream is and what they're meant to do, then they can utilize AI as well to help them build what they are desiring to build. So if somebody comes in and wants to be an author, I think AI really is helping them get clearer also on their thoughts. And then it helps so they're not so overwhelmed.
Right. So are the people coming to you, are they overwhelmed and just don't know how to handle that, or and they become calm? Is that what?
Well, when you're calm, everything is better. And sometimes we don't even realize it, but we're running, 100 miles an hour that we don't stop to really catch our breath. And slowing down enough to really think and enjoy life and know what you want just makes a difference. It just really makes a difference because if you start your year or and it doesn't have to be January, it could be now. But
Right.
if you start and you start writing out, let's just say 50 things that you absolutely would love, you
Right.
get more of that than if you're always thinking about everything you don't have, or everything you want. It's just a whole different feeling instead of really enjoying and keeping your eye on the ball of what you want your life to be like. And if
Right.
you focus on what you want, what you want and how you want your life to be, then it's easier to see what your next right step is so you could go that direction.
Yeah, it's very interesting you point that out because when you think about AI, it's supposed to make our life simpler, easier, so we have more time. But it seems like people are busier than ever, right? And they're coming to you to try to become more calm and realize that it doesn't have to be so frantic anymore, right? But I don't see how that's happening, right? But with you, through your calm system and a bit of AI, you're able to give people some clarity on how to do that, right?
Absolutely. And I just believe everyone should have a mentor because there's
Mm,
only, there's only so many things that we can do on our own. But when we have somebody else looking and helping us figure things out, we just get there further. It's kind of like going to the gym. It's, when I go to the gym, if I go on my own, it's way different than if I have a trainer there waiting for me.
right. The saying more, more. I like you can't
That's
stop.
right. 3 more, don't stop. 3 more,
Right.
you
Because
can
yeah,
do it. You can
usually
do
I'm
it.
like, oh man, I'm tired, but that trainer keeps you going, right?
I mean, absolutely, yes, yes. So I think everyone should have a mentor.
Yes.
It can't hurt. It definitely can't hurt to have somebody else kind of looking at things from the outside and being able to say, "Hey, wait a minute. Did you catch this? Did you see this? And how can we change this if they really want to?" Because sometimes we get in our own way. I was talking to one client, and just by talking to her, I knew she was ready to buy a home, for example.
Mm,
She was talking to me and she's married and she has a little guy and she was still living at home with her parents. And she's like, she, she was telling me all the reasons why she couldn't. And I told her, I said, well, why don't we look at the reasons why you could? It's crazy. But she literally like made a decision and in a very short period of time ended up closing on her home. So
wow.
sometimes we get in our own way and we think that things are so far away instead of like, let's not look at just buying a house like one thing. There's 10 things to go, you have to call the realtor, you have to call the bank. There's different steps, but you keep going that direction, you'll get your home. You'll get that dream vacation. And my daughter, she lives in San Diego. Oh, she lives by you.
Oh,
I
where
think I
I
just
am. Yeah. Gosh, I'll have to
she lives
connect.
yeah, lives in San Diego, and she was literally telling me. She said, a client came in and she was waiting for her husband, and as she was waiting, she was telling me about this trip that she's going to go on. And sure enough, AI helps them with everything: where to go, what to see, what to do, like in seconds.
That's
Everything they need in seconds. And that evening, though, my daughter's like, "Oh my gosh, mom, this is like a lifetime dream vacation." And just by voicing it, things shifted and changed. And, she's at the Himalayan mountains as we speak.
wow. So,
So
wow.
sometimes we think things are so far away, but if you voice what you want and you start getting clear about what you want your life to look like, then things start to change. Things start to
Yeah,
shift.
that's so true. And sometimes you're just so confused. There's so many things going on. You don't have the clarity. And like in your daughter's case, and then she had AI plan out the trip. So it's kind of like, well, it's planned. I don't have to think about that part. Should I go or not? And that's one way that AI is useful for that. But also, do you find or do you suggest others to use it in terms of finding clarity? Like, let's say you go into AI and maybe you just say, hey, I have all these thoughts in my head. How can I clear it? I mean, does AI help in that way as well, or not?
You know, I'm more about connection. So in
Hmm.
something like that, I think it's more important. Like I'm seeing the people that we help, and it's just different when there's a connection where they can help each other out, but it's more of a meaningful relationship. So it's not just a relationship that you have for a day and it's gone. It's
Right.
more a lifetime relationship is what's happening. And at the end of the day, I think that's what really counts, or that's what really matters. I,
Right.
I'm a I'm a true believer, Carmen, of having it all. And I know it's a little crazy. And I don't even know if I've told you this, but many, many years ago, yeah, I had been married to starter husband for 18 years. Starter husband, I had been married, for 18 years. And one night at 2:22 in the morning, FBI knocked down our doors. He had been
What?
involved with some drug enforcement issues, and he was taken away and deported.
Whoa, that's
So
crazy.
So I can tell people things happen and they happen to all of us. So if we prepare and we take more time to really know what we want, then things change because otherwise, we're in chaos. And that's, one of the reasons that we love the calm and order system because that might not happen to everyone. I mean, that doesn't happen to just anybody where you put your doors knocked down. But
I hope
chaos
not.
does the chaos does happen. Things happen to all of us. And even the people that look like everything's perfect, things happen. And so taking a minute to really dream and really get excited so you know what your next right step is instead of living in overwhelm and in chaos every day, every day, every day. That's hard. That's a hard place to live.
Yeah, and so with calm and order, that teaches you how to get out of the chaos or make sense of the chaos. How about that?
Yes,
Right?
and it helps you organize yourself so you know where you're going and you start to find that excitement and that dream that you have inside you and then things shift.
Interesting. Yeah. Now, is that similar? Because in the bio we read about the MIRA system. So is that what you do first and then you go to the calm?
So in the MIRA system, that's the company name, and the Common Order system is inside. Is inside. It's
Ah,
one of the
different.
programs,
Okay.
but um, but there's depending on each person whatever they need. But at the end of the day, there has to be a part of you that you want something, right? Because when you want something, you'll find it. You'll find it. It's kind of
Right.
like that saying when you're ready, the teacher appears. And so I think when somebody like sees you and they feel you and they're like, okay, wait a minute, I feel trust. I feel somebody
Mm.
that actually cares more and they feel somebody that can actually help me, let's carve this out a little bit more and start living a life that we're meant to be living.
Wow, that sounds transformational and wonderful for anyone. Um, and then I'm just thinking in terms of AI, when you mentioned mentor, do you think AI can be in some form a mentor? Like you could ask it questions, or maybe from one of your sessions for order, you say, this is what I'm supposed to do, right? And will AI kind of say, all right, and map it out for you on your daily schedule, maybe?
I think if you know how to guide it and ask it the right questions, I
Right,
think it can definitely help you. But it also takes time for you to slow down and really think. Yeah, really think what's the outcome? What's the result you want? What do you really want?
right.
And
Do you think asking AI sometimes, let's say you're like, I love, well, like your daughter's example, I'd love to go to, somewhere, we can name somewhere. And then, but you're like, how am I going to get there? And it could give you ideas a little bit. And then you work your way towards doing it. Or,
absolutely,
right.
absolutely. And I actually worked with well, I did some of his programs with Dean Graziosi, and he's doing a lot about AI, working on AI right now. And when you know someone that holds themselves up with a high standard the way he does, you're able to trust what he's doing, and that his intentions are in a really good place, and he's really doing a lot
Yeah.
regarding it.
For our audience out there, tell us who, Dean Graziosi and what's he done and how you apply that. Like, should we read his book, look at his videos?
So Dean Graziosi does have a couple of books out, and he is partners with Tony Robbins. And basically, you just look up Dean Graziosi, and you'll be able to find him. But right now, he's working on AI programs and how to help people implement AI. So a lot of times, I just look at different people, and when I see them doing something that is good, because they've done everything,
Right.
to help another, then I would trust it.
Yeah. Now
Because I
that's
know
interesting.
at the beginning was a little bit hard, hey, do I go this direction? Do I feel my own, um,
Right.
myself? I know sometimes you can think of things differently depending on how you're looking at it, right? But I don't know. I think AI and I are becoming friends.
Yeah. No, totally. That's why I was just wondering about that. It won't replace the human connection, like you said,
And
but it's also a good source to get ideas from, right?
absolutely.
And do you find your clients come to you and say, "Hey, I got these great ideas for Common Order. AI gave it to me, and do you find them good?" Or and then maybe implement what AI had mentioned, because they might give you the ideas, but not how to do it, right?
Right, exactly. Yeah, I mean, you hit the nail right on the head. It's like they gave them ideas, and now they just need to know how to implement it or how to figure it out, how to put it together.
And then that's what you do over with
Yeah,
the
so I have
client.
so much fun. I just love people. I just love people. Everyone is just so special in their own way. And it's interesting that no one's the same, you
Right.
know? One is the same. Like we're unlimited, right? We're unlimited edition.
Which is nice, right? For all the millions or billions of people out there, we're all different, which is
Yeah,
nice to see.
absolutely. So I'm enjoying the journey, that is for sure.
Yeah. Now tell us how you got there to your journey.
You know, when the reason I say take the next right step is
Mhm.
because a lot of times people think that they're if they're not moving forward, they think they're staying the same. And that doesn't happen because I used to run a mile in 7 minutes. I went to run a mile the other day when I was at the gym, and it take me 7 minutes. You do not stay the same. Like you were moving slowly backwards. So it's better to like bring your dreams to life and take that next right step of what you can do. And sometimes, people will say, yeah, I can't because of this, this, and this. And it gets really hard. But I
Right.
think there are excuses because if you look at my life, I ended up single with 3 kids. Our accounts were frozen, and I was a housewife. So I didn't even work. And I still had to take that next right step. And when you take that next right step with courage and with belief and with faith, things will work out for you. I went from, I'm not kidding, housewife, frozen account, to
Goodness.
6,000 a year at a job, and then I jumped to 1.8 million. And
Wow.
things have, continue to go different directions. So I think stepping into the right room with the right people, with the right intentions, uh, is key.
Wow.
It really is key.
That's an incredible story, right?
Yeah.
From housewife with nothing to six to 1.8. And I like how you're sharing back to other people, giving back to others so that
Oh,
they can also find a way to get out of all the, right?
all the
Yeah.
chaos. If you're in chaos and you feel overwhelmed at times, yeah, come find us over here. Come find me. Calm and Order program will change your life. It
Yeah.
really
And
will.
now, how long is the Common Order program then?
The Calm and Order program is for 3 months, and we
Okay.
meet live once a month, and you don't need more than that. You'll have a really good idea of where you're going
Wow.
from there.
To see people transform. And then once they leave your program, you're probably still in touch with them and to see how they are living their dream.
Oh, absolutely. I don't think anybody ever leaves. I think we kind of stay
It's a
together after they
family.
come in. It's different. It's a whole different feeling, and
It's a
and
candle.
it's a beautiful thing. It's a
Yeah.
beautiful.
Well,
That's why I say you can have it all because I have remarried, so I have an amazing forever husband now.
oh, from the starter to the forever. I love it.
Do another book on forever husband. But from having a wonderful marriage now and having amazing friends, and then waking up in the morning so excited for my life, everyone can have it. Everyone has access to it.
Yeah.
Because when you wake up like that, it's not work what you're doing, and you just live such a magical life that I mean, I get up at 4 in the morning and I go to bed at 10. And if I didn't have to sleep, I wouldn't because I'm having so much fun. I
Now,
know it's a little crazy.
I love it. I love the, smile that you're exuding happiness, which everyone can, probably see from you. Now, part of your day, how do you use AI then to retain the calm, order, and happiness that you have and
You know,
connection?
I use the AI for posts, for example, on Facebook because that helps the connection with the world, and I think that's important. And AI has learned now like my voice, so it just saves so much time. So I'm able to get that post up so much faster. And it's really worth doing because if it brings one smile or if it helps somebody think a little bit differently, and
Yeah.
even the ones that say, oh my gosh, she's too happy, it's okay. They'll get happy too.
Yeah.
Okay. It's okay.
Yeah. So for your posts, you tell them to create, you say, make something happy, happy post. Is that,
Yeah,
and AI can create an emotional post.
it really can. It
Wow.
really can. I can show you, for example, yesterday, and the one I did yesterday, and I thought, AI, you just nailed it.
That's what's really nice about AI. It learns who you are. It learns what projects you're working on and help build. So it's nice, right? Okay.
I
So it did a post.
look at what it did. It says you don't need to restart your life. Just redraw the line you begin from. Can you see
Wow.
it?
See, I would have thought that's something you said. That's pretty
Well,
good.
I like I told it, I want people to know that they can start today. Sometimes people think, well, I'm too old and I'm too young and I'm too
Right.
this, too that. But in reality, we can start today and things can shift today. And if we start today, you're not in the same place in 30 days and 60 days and 90 days. And isn't that fun to know that
Really.
you can start now with anything that you want? It doesn't matter if it's your health or if it's your career or if it's relationships. I mean, it works the same way with everything.
Yeah, you just have to start and you have the tools to tell everyone on how to do that, to be happy really at the end of the day. Because who's happy in the middle of chaos?
I know.
No one. Even though they might be on some great things, but it's not nice to be chaos is like being in a tornado, right? Like
Right.
just
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And I think that's why I'm supposed to share my story because my story has been it is a little nuts, It's not things that people go through every day, but it's important for people to see that we all go through things.
yes,
We all go through things.
yes.
No one has a perfect life and perfect days every day, but
No.
we can, start to hold ideas in our mind, and all of a sudden you're holding something which is so powerful and so much fun that can help another. And I just think that's brilliant. I just love it.
Yeah. Well, I'm so excited for all your insight and especially for your posts. So, how can we find you on social media and everything else? Social media and your website. And we will post this at the end of this so that you can also see. But I'd like
I
to
will,
hear
I
which
will put this right here just in case people can
one.
see it.
Okay.
But you can find me, like my email address is A as in Apple, D as in David, D as in David, E as in Elmer, period, and then MURRIET as in Tom, A at gmail.com. And
Okay.
Facebook is probably the best place. You can
Okay.
find
That's where you post. Excellent.
oh,
And
no,
TikTok, right? Facebook and
TikTok.
TikTok, it looks like. Perfect.
Yes, I just got like 3 million views today on TikTok. Is that
Whoa.
incredible? I thought that was so cool.
What'd you post about before we close up? I guess you can tell us what, so we can all leave all happy about it.
I'll tell you exactly which one it was. So it's the right one. Here we go.
Interesting. So the TikTok, they say it's supposed to be for a younger generation, but they're all, all ages. But 3 million views. That's incredible. Let's
It
see.
just, it just said,
And what's your name on TikTok or the so people can find you?
oh yeah, it on what you're going to post at the end, it'll
That's
have,
right.
so you'll be able
Okay,
to see
perfect.
it.
Yes.
And all it says here is lock in diva. It's your turn to surprise everyone. That's all.
Ooh,
That's all it
look
was.
at that. 3 million views. That's awesome.
Something so simple as that. And I was
You're
like,
making a difference in people's lives, and AI is also helping you create some of the posts. It's a combination of everything, and everyone's happy, including the 3 million that liked it.
and I thought it was hilarious. Even Mr. Clean was making comments on here.
Mr. Clean.
I think it's home and order program, Planet Fitness.
Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah, for fitness, cleaning, exercise. That's fantastic.
Yeah, so
Well,
something simple as
any
that.
last, words of advice to everyone before we say goodbye?
Believe in yourself. You're the only person that can get in your own way. Like, as long as you don't tell yourself you can't and you keep taking that next right step, and I mean, get this book if you need, just to hold it and to know, hey, wait a minute, people can go through a lot of hard stuff, but we can all get through everything. And
Yes.
so much funner when we do it together. That's what I
Yes,
think.
and you look so happy. I love it. And I appreciate your time for being on our show. And we will see you next time. Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you so much for having me, Carmen. Have
Thanks
a
for being
beautiful
here.
rest of your day. Bye, guys.
Bye.